Hello again, YouTube community. This is Juliana here, and you are watching my show, Is This Actually Healthy? The goal of my show is to give you practical knowledge to eating better, and so you can be your own nutritional consultant. Today's topic is, and this is a question that I get probably more than anything else when I talk to people about eating healthier. The question is, how many calories should I be eating per day? Now, if there was a simple magic answer to this question, I wouldn't be able to dedicate a whole episode to it. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. But the points that I'll be discussing in today's episode will help you determine what your daily caloric needs are. Dietitians often stress that it's all about the calories when you're trying to change your body composition. And in a way, they're not wrong. Calories are essentially units of energy that our body creates from the food we take in. So it's important to know how many calories we're consuming on a daily basis and how this matches our lifestyle goals. You will have one of three objectives in your nutritional journey. You're either going to be trying to lose weight, or if you're happy with your target weight, maintain it. Or perhaps you're trying to gain weight in the form of muscle. Whichever this is, your calorie intake must meet your goal. But most people who become interested in calories are those who are trying to lose weight. The key factor to losing weight is putting yourself in fancy terms, is called a calorie deficit. This means that you're consuming less calories than you're using for energy, so your body is not putting them on for fat. If you expend as much calories as you take in, you won't expect your weight to fluctuate much, so this will keep you at equilibrium. Each pound of fat that your body stores is the product of excess calorie consumption. Therefore, when you're at more calories than you're burning for energy, you're creating a calorie surplus. Even if your calorie surplus is gradual or drastic, you are still contributing to your overall body fat percentage. The only difference is whether or not you're gaining 1 pound a month or 5. Whether you see yourself gaining or losing weight, this can all be traced back to your calories. Most people in America who are trying to eat better are also trying to lower their overall body fat percentage. To do this, they need to be in a calorie deficit to achieve results. I mentioned in episode 5 on how to read a food label that the FDA in general recommends that your daily caloric intake should be 2,000 calories. However, I also said that this 2,000 calorie recommendation is very generalized and it likely won't be specifically tailored for your needs. It really is fundamental for you to know how many calories you're eating per day versus how many you actually need. Let's put this into perspective with an example. If you're eating 2,000 calories per day, like the FDA recommends, this could cause you to either gain weight or lose weight depending on who you are. Let's say I am a smaller-bodied individual who exercises at a moderate level of exercise, maybe 3 rounds of cardio, 30 minutes per week. Now, if this is me, my body might expend about 1,700 calories per day. If I'm consuming 2,000 calories per day, this is an extra 300 calorie surplus. This doesn't sound like much, but if we extend the time scale to a week, this is an extra 2,100 calories that I'm consuming that's building up into my calorie surplus. Now, I might not notice myself gaining weight at first as this individual, because this could only lead to a weight gain of maybe 1 pound per week. But over the course of multiple weeks and even months, this can add up to substantial weight gain, and this is usually not desirable. Going the other way, 2,000 calories a day could also cause you to lose weight if you're already a larger-bodied individual. Let's say that your daily consumption is 2,500 or up to 3,000 calories per day. You might not be aware that it's this high, but if you did cut down to 2,000 calories then, you would be reducing this amount by up to 20 or 30%. This is pretty substantial, and your current body size is going to adjust to the new calorie intake that you're giving it. So this should cause you to lose weight from where you're currently at. The problem with not knowing how many calories you're eating per day is that it gives you no basis for change. If you count your calories enough to know that 2,000 a day causes you to gain weight, you must reduce this amount. In general, if you're trying to cut out calories per weight loss, then you don't want to do this too drastically. And healthy weight loss should only be about 1 to 2 pounds a week. I know this goes against what some of the fitness experts say. When you pick up a magazine and it promises you that you'll lose 15 pounds by following this specific diet, I guarantee you that these results are not feasible or achievable, and I would go as far as considering it a scam. To start out counting your daily calories, I recommend keeping a food journal. Log everything you eat and make sure you're being accurate with portion sizes, count any calories from drinks and snacks, and be honest. You don't have to do this for anyone else to see. You are doing it for you. This may sound like a chore, but even if you don't feel like penciling everything in by hand, there are apps out there that make it easier, such as MyFitnessPal, which is perhaps the most popular. The good news also is that you don't have to keep a food journal for the rest of your life. This only serves as a basis so that you can figure out what your regular eating habits are. If you keep a food journal for a week or up to a month, then you'll know about how you eat all the time, and you'll know how it fluctuates based on if you're having a good or a bad diet day. Once you have your calories figured out, you'll know what adjustments you need to make. Maybe you need to reduce your current calorie intake or increase it, depending on your goals. I can't give you one magic number for how many calories you should be eating because this is tailored to you. This depends on your regular habits and also your activity level as a factor. Therefore, knowing this brings you one step closer to your magic answer and can help you make practical strategies for your diet. I remind you again that for weight loss, you don't want to cut calories too drastically. If you currently eat 2,500 calories per day and then you cut it down to 1,500 the next day, you're giving your body no time to adjust. This can lead to a slowing in weight loss, not to mention it can make you miserable, and it can really have negative effects on your metabolism. You might end up quitting your new diet because it just ruined your morale when you gave yourself impossible expectations. That is all I have for you today. Please contact me at the email I provided in the description if you have any comments for me or ideas for future episodes. If you're on the go as well, you can also catch the podcast version of this show. It goes by the same name, Is This Actually Healthy? Wherever it is you stream your shows. I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you again next time. Ciao, ciao!